Okay, hi there, Dr. Matthew J. Trom here. The purpose of this video is to just give you guys an overview of what we are looking for in the design reviews for EML 4501. I find that if I share these expectations with you guys at the beginning of the design review, I just repeat the same thing over and over again for every new group that comes into the meeting, and it ends up taking about 4 or 5 minutes of time that we would otherwise be able to spend interacting with you guys. And so I figure probably better to just record the expectations here so you can watch in advance and be prepared. So I'll start by saying that the overall purpose of the design reviews is to prepare you guys for the final oral design presentations at the end of the semester. We want to make sure that your CAD models are really clean, that your graphics look really good, and that your kind of general just appearance, behavior, mannerisms, and so forth are as professional looking as they can be when you articulate your final design to the panels at the end of the semester, when it really counts. So that's the ultimate goal, and the way that we get to that goal is to essentially iterate from where we are now, which is the CAD model that you have submitted or will submit for your preliminary design review, preliminary design report (PDR). So to iterate on that design, to find opportunities to reduce cost, to improve quality, and to overall make the designs better, so that when you get into those final oral presentations and you show your CAD models, there's no kind of nitpicky questions from the panels, that you've sort of solved all those problems already in advance. So in order to kind of prepare you guys, I've got just some kind of general tips and pointers. So the first thing that we'll look for is for one student to self-identify as sort of the master of ceremonies. So one student from your group will be enabled to share their screen, and we'll use that sort of screen share to walk through the CAD models or anything else that you guys want to show us in the design review. So it's important, particularly for that person who's self-identified as the MC, to have all the CAD files open and all the graphics and everything that you intend to share all pulled up in advance, so we're not spending time waiting for you to open those files as we're kind of burning down the clock in the design reviews. So the other thing that's really important is you guys will be sharing your CAD files, so please have the CAD files as complete as you can make them, on the day that your design review is going to happen. Very important to put the CAD files into PDM, SolidWorks PDM. You guys should be using PDM already, but we are discovering that some teams are not using PDM, that they're using Google Drive or Dropbox or something like that to share CAD files. The reason that we have PDM is so that you guys can use it to share CAD files, check in, check out, and so forth. And we have the ability to check to make sure that you are using it. And a couple of groups already have been kind of warned because we've caught them not using PDM, and it's shown in their design presentations because they were not able to pull things up because different group members had different subcomponents of their CAD models kind of spread across everybody's different computer systems, and so PDM solves all of that by putting everything uniformly in one place. So once you've got your MC identified, you've got all of your parts in PDM so that everyone can access them, and you've got your files all pulled up, right as you get into the meeting and you're ready to go, we'll have whoever the MC student is share their screen, and then that student will begin to kind of walk us through the designs. The first thing that we'll ask you to talk about is your hedgehog concept, kind of the overarching unifying goal or theme around which you're building your entire design. We're also going to ask for kind of a 4 or 5 minute overview of the product. So we're interested in how it works, why you made particular design decisions, synergies and discords that you've already discovered, and then kind of a more detailed look through each of the individual subsystems. And that'll run for 4 or 5 minutes. And at some point in there, kind of without warning, we will start asking questions. And those questions will be, again, sort of directed to this idea of improving your design so that you can iterate from where you are now to the final design that you present at the end of the semester. But we will be pointing out, things that we feel are uh, perhaps weaknesses in the design, opportunities for improvement in the design, and sort of ask you why you did a certain thing, or ask you, sort of your knowledge about a particular topic and whether your knowledge is comprehensive or not, so that we can really kind of kick the tires on these designs and make sure that they are as good as they can possibly be, as you prepare to present them for your final oral presentations. Um, as those questions are being asked, I will jot down those questions and other points that are brought up, and I will use the notes that I take during these meetings to produce what I call a design review contract. And I say contract kind of in air quotes, because it's not really a contract in the conventional sense. But what it is just a list of things that we would like you to consider between the first design review and the second design review, and the second design review, and then the next either design review or final design report, where you report out on kind of the final decisions that you made. Now, we may make suggestions that are silly, that don't make any sense, because at this point you guys probably know more about your designs maybe than some of us on the panel do, and so you are more than welcome to tell us that our suggestions are not relevant, or you've already thought about that, or you've already kind of disqualified the possibilities that we bring up. But what we would like you to do is, between the design reviews, at least think about, consider, maybe revisit some of the ideas that we share with you. And when we start the next subsequent design review, the way that we'll start is by just going down the list of all of the things in the previous design review contract and giving you just 15 seconds or so to talk about how you addressed all of those issues. And that ultimately is how the design reviews are graded, right? It's ultimately if you demonstrate that you at least thought about, considered, and maybe implemented some changes associated with the suggestions that we make in the design review. That's ultimately how we evaluate and assign you a score for those design reviews. So anyway, I'm about at 7 minutes here, so let me wrap this up. But I hope that this was helpful and beneficial. Of course, as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to email those to me, mtraum@ufl.edu, and I will do my best to answer them prior to seeing you guys in the design reviews. But hopefully this helps you to kind of organize your thoughts and your time and the structure of how you are going to present. And we look forward to seeing what you guys have come up with. Okay, see you in the design reviews. Thanks. Bye.